My name is Muhammad Aizuddin. I am a representative from the Group 4. Today, I would like to present the method of the technology transfer. So, what is the technology transfer? Technology transfer is a transfer of knowledge, skill to other organization, valuable asset which is profit driven. So, technology transfer is a process of the transfer knowledge, skill to other person or organization in form of the technology. Technology transfer allows us to sharing skill, knowledge, technology, management information, and other related to profit motive. So there is two type of technology transfer. Is first one is the vertical technology transfer, and second one is the horizontal technology transfer. So what is the vertical technology transfer? So vertical technology transfer is known as basic research to applied research. Then applied research to the development, and from development to the production, which is known as internal technology transfer. So horizontal one is the other one. So the horizontal is a technology is already put in place. Then it use from the one organization to the then transfer it to another place to another organization, which is external technology transfer. So there is a five type of technology transfer that I like to cover for in this slide. So the first one for OEM, original equipment manufacturer. Second one is direct foreign investment. Third one is buyback contract. Fourth one is licensing. And fifth one is joint venture. So what first one is OEM, general equipment manufacturer. So what OEM? OEM is a subcontracting agreement with a foreign company transfer the resident portion of technology to the local company. So according to the specification and agreement made by the both parties, so the agreement will enable the local company to do the production and produce the technologies that be transferred to them. So there is a three type of OEM that I will use as example. First, OEM in automotive part. So for the automotive part, the foreign large company will, example, we transfer it to the small local company to do the automotive part, such as the exhaust system or the brake cylinder. Then the the part will send back to the main company to do the assembly for the vehicle. Second one, OEM and software. OEM software is a general producer of part of the software used in computer. So the OEM is tailored to match the brand that face certain brand group, enabling them to put their own imprint on it. And lastly, OEM in hardware. OEM in hardware is term used in the hardware business to describe the corporation to create the product for the end consumer, such as a PC, a laptop. OEM hardware is known as identical to retail hardware in terms of capability and performance. Second is direct foreign investment. So direct foreign investment is a critical component of technology transfer at the state level. It's expected to play the essential role in the process of transferring the technologies. So in this case, the developed country will receive all the benefit from the technology transfer to the growth of their research infrastructure. So many countries and countries, especially developing country, are so attractive to do the foreign direct foreign investment. So direct foreign investment is allow us to have a great significance to because it provide access to resource that this country cannot do not have or obtain. So, for example, the country might have benefit from the direct foreign investment to finance the construct and infrastructure, provide employment to local workforce. So we go for the third one, is the buyback contract. So a buyback contract is not a form of agreement between stakeholder from the developing country and large foreign company. So the buyback contract allow a foreign company to supply the industrial equipment in exchange profit and derived from the sale raw material of the good product. So the high type of technology equipment can be obtained without the direct investment from the particular country. So by doing so, we enable us to construct a new plan or do the other related business. For example, the bulk buy contract we use in this is case study is Iran petroleum investment. So Iran petroleum investment raise the investment and attract more capital foreign currency in the country. So it occur the buyback contract occur via promulgation of optional for the country to the nation, dan economy, structure and other combination of the program. This allow us to do the project together by buying the perspective from the outside. So the machinery is very own is usually covered by industry patent and create nurtured in this content. For example, foreign direct investment, licensing, patent law, trademark law, patient advertise, etc. I think the information should done in writing and should be clear term, the agreement, and allow the party to consider mention the other party condition. So, what is the impact of buyback contract? So, the impact of buyback contract based on the case study earlier, the governing relationship between the host and the international oil company (OIC), which the OIC have the uh, allow the OIC to explore the host government already define the cash or the gas area. So the OIC annual repayment rate based on the special amount of field of production of oil and gas and the agri return rate. The corporation shall be additional payment to the OIC service at the engineering, procurement, constructing, project funding, and technology transfer action. So we go to the first one. The fourth one is licensing. So licensing is agreement between the owner of the technology, licensor, and the receiver, licensing, which give a right to the technology developer or the owner by the federal company to specific period of time. So this is the advantage of the licensing, which is the lower cost compared to the other technology transfer method. So there is two type of license. So one is a grant exclusive right to use technology, and second one is non-exclusive right. So important of the listening. So the importance of the listening is the cover the pressure agreement. In some case, listener are guaranteed as a basis of renewal lesson agreement. If lesson meet the minimum sale figure, the contract is durable. Otherwise, lesson will discontinue the relationship. So the establishment of frame of deal, the lesson agreement will include the provision about the length of the contract, negotiation and termination condition, which allow the party maintain the control of copyright, patent, trademark. So, for example, they may insert the clause prohibiting the licensor to from the competing direct will license property in a certain market. So, this is an example of licensing. So, example, use the Microsoft granting the license to the video user, allowing you to use a window in the operating system. For example, in our PC and laptop. So a license which is a drug company that own the patent to certain drug as a licensor grant the license to other drug company. As the license allow them to manufacture and sell the drug to and that utilize the patent formula. Next, the example is the Toyota Lexus, which caters to the US Indian market. Toyota is a brand view value brand. And the fifth one is a joint venture agreement. Joint venture agreement is a company execute a joint venture agreement is a required technology for the particular business vision and corporate term between the parties. There is two types of joint venture. First one is a personnel-based joint venture. Second one will be equipment-based joint venture. So, what is example of the joint venture? Joint venture, example of joint venture is as Samsung and Spotify. So, Samsung enterprise strong idea to make easier to Samsung user to use the Spotify. So, by doing so, they can expand their network working and the software are already installed in the Samsung phone. And second one is Ford and Toyota. So Ford Toyota start became work together in 2011 to develop the hybrid truck. So Toyota bring the technology and knowledge to the Ford, and Ford bring the leadership to American truck in the market. So by doing so, they can get a profit from both sides can get the profit from the technologies and perspective of the influence in the market. So, as a conclusion, technology transfer allow the developed country, especially all the manufacturer, to get their expertise in the technologies or manufacture to do their product uh, at a low cost by a direct investment or without doing their own research, which it take time. And by doing so, the technology transfer allow her to accelerate the production rate for being used in the production. That's all. Thank you.